Hello and welcome to another video. I think I've decided on this camera and this format for me from my videos now, so that's enough testing. So really, what shall we do today? Well, I think today I'm just going to have a look round to see. We just had 3 days of heat wave, and it's not been pleasant, to be honest. We have if you watched any of the videos, you'll know that that is south facing. So all day in this garden I get sunshine all day without fail, from 9:30 in the morning all the way through to, well, you can see now it's 8 o'clock now, and if I just point camera there, that's the sun just going down. So I've had the sun in this garden for what, almost 12 hours, and that's, you know, that's the beauty of a south-facing garden, which is great normally, but when you've got a heat wave, there's no escape from it for your plants. These are a couple of nice, they look like bell tomatoes to me. These are just spare plants that I've just left on my table that I didn't have room to plant, and I've just left them, and they've come on really well. I have some more tomatoes up here. But they ain't done as well, really. But this is the look of the draw. But that's how hot it is on that table there. That table there gets the full sun, and it can be something like 150 degrees Fahrenheit or whatever it is in middle afternoon if it's a heat wave. But these are my other tomatoes. I do have a string of tomatoes there. I don't know if you can see that. There's 5 on there, and I've got a few more here, but I don't think they'll do anything now. The heat wave brought them on, really, and now the heat wave's gone, and we're coming to like the shorter days. I'm not sure there's going to be enough growing time left to be able to, well, hopefully they'll mature, but I doubt it. Right, this sweet corn's come on. Now I think that's the male part I was telling you about. It's massive, that male part. It's absolutely massive. I think that's what it is. These down here could be the actual sweet corn, the female part, but I'm not. But it seems funny that they're growing this side shoot and the rest aren't. So maybe that's the corn on the cob and that's the male part. But yeah, it's big. So like, and it's the same old story now, isn't it? I'm not going to have enough summer left unless we have an extraordinary nice summer up until, you know, end of September. It's happened before where we've had a nice summer right up until September, till the end of September. I remember coming back from holiday in September sometime, and we could still wear shorts at Southport in September, end of September, which was unusual. Usually starts to turn a bit cold. It's not short weather in September normally. So unless we get that kind of weather, then I don't think I'm going to have enough summer left to be able to cut this. This is my pear tree, that's my pear tree, right? And last year I got a load of pears on it, and it snapped it in half, didn't it? Snapped it. So this year I've got 1 pear. This year I've got one, but all this growth now, whether this growth is going to produce pears next year, I don't know, but I got one pear this year. It's a nice pear though. It's a nice pear. It's a nice pear. These are my cucumbers. Let me see if I can get it right in. These are my cucumbers, look. Look at them. That's a nice cucumber, that's a nice one. And here's another nice one, look. That's another nice one. I've got them all over the place, you know. Got them all over the place, look. The little ones, there's little ones, you know, that's going to mature hopefully. But we've got a storm, a storm period coming apparently. Got a period of storms coming. There's the thing they say for the next 4 days. So if you're not worried about your heat wave in your garden, now you're worried about the storms and what they're going to do to your garden. Are they going to blow me sunflowers over? Are they going to blow me sweet corn over? You know what I mean? It's this global warming thing. Well, it's nice to have a bit of hot weather. It's a worry because, well, you don't really settle, do you? It's always one thing after another. It's always one extreme thing after another. We've just had, I mean, a few weeks ago we had a heat wave that was the most extreme heat wave we've had in this country, with the highest temperatures on record for this country. Don't sting me, I'm just filming you. And then after that we had, in Lancashire anyway, and I know the south went into a drought, but in Lancashire, where I live, we had a solid 2 weeks from the heat wave. We had solid 2 weeks of rain every single day, which is why we ain't gone into a drought, because we had all that rain. Now we come out of that rain into a heat wave that lasted 3 days. And now we're coming into, now the heat wave's gone, and now they're saying we're going to go into a 4-day period of thunderstorms, thunder and lightning storms. Now whether that means we're going to get torrential rain as well, don't know, but it usually accompanies it, doesn't it? You usually get thunderstorms. You usually get torrential rain with thunderstorms, is what I'm trying to say. So it's a concern. It is a concern, because a lot of my plants are tall, and if we get some high winds barreling through them, I don't know what's going to happen. So, you know. In fact, I was watching one of these big YouTubers, what they call it, Hugh Richards, I think they call him, Hugh Richards, and I think he lives in Wales. And he's got lots of subscribers and stuff. You know, he's one of these big YouTube gardeners. And he was saying that he's being contacted by lots of people saying they've had to abandon the gardens, the allotments, because of the extreme weather. You know, the heat waves, you know, the heat waves, and then the torrential rains and droughts, and it's just a worrying time when you've got all these crops going and you don't know what the weather's going to do to you. But hopefully the storms won't be too bad. It'll just be some thunder and lightning and not so much rain. And my cucumber will be fine, my sunflowers will be fine, my broccoli will be fine, my potatoes will be fine anyway, my potatoes will be fine. But I've got some perpetual spinach down here, that might not be fine, because this bed floods. That's why I've got a drainage coming from it there, that's a drainage thing. I've got some seedlings in there, I've got some new kale, perpetual spinach, and I've got some I think this is cauliflower. Can't remember now. That's been in since January. It's not ready. It won't be ready for a few months. I think that's cauliflower. It's not cabbage. I think it's cauliflower. Plus, I've got some radishes in here. I've got some radish I just put in the other week, and you know, torrential rain will wash them all away. That's your turnip in there, which is, I'm hoping to overwinter them, the turnip, and same with them sprouts, which of course go right up into November time. And then this is another bed that floods when it gets too much rain, and that's got all my beetroot in it. Again, I've got a channel, I've got a drainage channel that goes down into this bed here. So this is a drainage channel. Here, drainage channel goes across here. You can't see it because of the grass, but it is there, and that goes into there. And then I've dug like a pond thing there to take all the spillage. But you know, it can still make a mess. Because my garden, you probably can't tell from this video, but my garden's on a slope. It comes from there and it slopes this way. So what happens? All the rain comes from above, and it all just seeps. Especially with a lot of it, it seeps all the way down like that. Because that, on the other side of that fence there, that is a public green, if you like. And that on the maps says that's a floodplain. So this is on a floodplain. Although we've never flooded as such yet, this is on a floodplain, which is why I planted all these trees down here. Because before I planted all these trees here, this used to get wet through this. Any rain used to get sodden. So I put all these big conifers in. I'm talking, you know, forest trees and things, and bamboo, and that will drink all the water up, and it is doing. But the trouble is, it's drinking the water up so much that it's cracking the ground. Can you see how it's cracks in the ground? So now we're going to see. Now we've just got to wait and see now. Just got to wait and see what happens. Whether this storm is going to be as damaging as they say it's going to be, or whether it's just the weathermen trying to be sexy. Anyway, thanks for watching.